Okay, are your tires wearing unevenly in the front of your Jeep, for example, or anything? A van like that, a van like this, it doesn't really matter. I'll show you the basics of this. We're lining the toe. Okay, so what is toe? Okay, let's say the vehicle is driving forwards, right? The vehicle's driving forwards. These are the front wheels, okay? Looking at it from the top. So toe in is like this. Toe out is like this, right? So you would think you want your wheels to be perfectly straight in the front. Every car is a little bit different, so you can ask ChatGPT or Grok, what is the toe setup for my car on the front wheels. So on my Jeep, for example, they want you to toe in your wheels like this, 1/16. And I will explain all that. The reason they want it like that, because when you set your wheels 1/16 towed in, the second you start driving, just the weight of the wheels pulls them straight when you're driving down the road. Get it? When you're driving forwards. That's how that works. So when you're driving, your wheels will pull back and become straight. So the toe in on a Jeep Wrangler TJ is 1/16. So that's how we will set them. And I'll show you how easy this is and how accurate you can get it. It will blow your mind. Okay, so in this Jeep, when my steering wheel is perfectly straight and I'm driving, the Jeep turns a tiny bit to the right. It pulls a little bit to the right when I'm in the middle of the road, where there's like humps on the road. So I'm right in the middle. It always pulls a tiny, tiny bit to the right. So that's one thing you got to know. Okay, let's go outside. All right, so what you got to do out here, this is the most important part. So this height here, this height here, this height here, and this height here has to be the same. If you have this lower, it's not going to work. If you have one of those higher, it won't work. It has to be the same, okay? Okay, so that's number one. So in my case, look, sometimes you might have riding on your tires or something, so this won't work because it won't keep the level straight. But see, look, in my case, it's perfect up against the tire there. It's perfect up against the tire there. It's also perfect there and perfect here. So this works for me. You could use some kind of spacer like to go onto your rim if your tire's funny, or you could even go off of the thread on your tire. I will put a link to another video where I make this extremely detailed. This one's a little bit quicker for people that get it. Some people just don't get it. If you don't get it at the end of this video, you can watch the other video. And if you don't get it at the end of the other video, just go to a shop. Okay, so the other thing is you got to have it the exact same height. So I got two measuring tapes. So now look, there's a tiny little gap here. See? So it's not touching the tire. Here, same thing. Look, tiny little gap, not touching the tire. Same there. And same here, right? Also, another thing you're doing is you want to get it as high as you can without it touching anything. See? So like, you don't want it touching the oil pan or anything because then it won't work. So we got it just lower, a little bit lower than the center of the wheel, right? And we're only worrying about the toe here. The toe is what wears out your tires the most. So this is a toe alignment. Like after changing a tie rod, for example, you can get this bang on where your tires will not wear out. Okay, so I put a piece of tape here to keep it. I put a piece of tape here to keep it. And now all you're doing is, with both hands, you're just going to pull on the tape, like put your finger on the level here. You got to use levels because they're nice and straight. And on this one, so you get the right distance from the tire, so it's just not touching it. Just not touching it. And then with the exact same amount of force, you kind of pull on these and push on the level with the same amount of force. And you can very quickly figure out your measurements. So in the front and in the back, you pull at the same time. Ready? Okay, pulling, everything's secure. So here I got 78.5. And in the back, I have 78 and 7/8. So basically almost 79. So this is way too towed in. So that's the front, see, 78 and a half. Okay, here's the back, 78 and 7/8. See that? Right there. And the front was 78 and a half. So we're supposed to be towed in one little line here, 1/16th, see? From there to there. Meanwhile, look at this. Look how much further the back is out. It's almost a ½ an inch. So we are clearly towed in way too much. Okay, so what do we know? We know that the wheels are towed in too much. So we're obviously going to have to tow them out a little bit and then recheck everything. But we also know that when the wheel is perfectly straight, the vehicle turns a little bit to the right. So you got to think to yourself, there's the wheels, right? If you turn this wheel this way, right, it will make the gap bigger, which makes sense. And it will also make the vehicle go a little bit more left, which should straighten out the problem, right? If you take this wheel and decide you want to make the gap bigger, if you go like this, then the vehicle is going to turn even more. So now, just from that, you know this wheel needs to go this way. Okay, hopefully it's enough. This is all very microscopic turns. So what we got to do is make this wheel go this way. All right, so we got to make this wheel go this way, right? So on a normal car like this or like this, you would have tie rods, right? And all you would do is you would loosen the bolt, spin the tie rod, let's say half of a turn out, and that would bring the wheel out. You would drive it, check it, and then see if it drives straight, right? With the steering wheel straight, and then recheck this and make sure it's towed out, or sorry, towed in just a 16th. But a Jeep's a little different. So what you got to do is see that whole bar here. What you have to do is you loosen that, and you spin the bar one way, and that makes the space bigger. You spin it the other way, it makes the space closer, right? So, you know, we're going to loosen those, spin it to make the wheels more apart, and then the steering wheel on a Jeep actually gets set separately. So this is a very unique setup here. See, then you have to move this here the exact same way. You turn it one way, it makes it bigger, makes it smaller, and that actually adjusts the steering wheel. So it's a little bit different, but this is all very common sense, guys. I think if you're mechanically inclined, I should be able to wrap this video up right here because it explained it very well. I have done this hundreds of times. My tires never, ever wear out. It's always good. It's always set. If you want more information, click on the link to the other video. Thanks for watching Problem Solver Garage. Till next time.